All right, how you doing, everybody? Captain Jack here. Wanted to make sure that we are all on. Let me kind of tighten up this camera shot. Oh, no wonder it's the wrong shot. No shoot. Is it here? Here. Okay, it is that shot. All right. Well, that's my mistake. We are on live here in Facebook. I wanted to make sure that we did the show. Nick Wins, thanks for coming in. And I'm doing this, and I'm telling you, if you're on Facebook, I'm going to give everybody until about 20 after the hour to come on over to YouTube, because this is important stuff. This is important stuff, and I'm doing it early. Nick is probably going to be joining me as soon as I get to the to my normal regular show. I'm sure that Coach Muddle will give me a link sometime shortly, and we'll go from there. So hello to everybody. Let me see who's here on Facebook. Tommy Bouchane, touchdown. Tommy Pee-Pee Eater is here. Theme music, by the way, Jason, is Bludgeonator. And hello to you, Hollywood. Hollywood, we got that black hole chapter squared away. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that. Jason Goff of the New England Raider Boosters. If you can, I definitely want you to be a call-in if you can. Okay. Okay, well, see, I'm getting conflicting reports there as well. Okay. I saw that we had cut PJ Hall. Now, I saw that we cut PJ Hall, but according to Mike Sarah, we've traded him to the Vikings for a 7th round pick. That's not bad. That's not bad. And again, I ask everybody that is a normal fan of the show, the folks that normally call in, and they know who they are, please don't call in on this show. And the reason why I say that is because, he's the big pee-pee eater. You know that there, Angela. The reason why I say that is because I want to hear from people that I don't normally hear from. Okay? And that is why I'm going to open it up like this, is that I will tell it in a minute. I'm going to be reading comments. And again, I'm reading comments on both sides. If you are on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook, but get your ass over to YouTube. The link is right at the top of the Facebook page. I will even be kind enough to, hopefully if it's still in the queue here, see if it went there. So the YouTube link for the show is in the Facebook feed where it shows me. Go to that effing feed, please. And I'm trying not to swear, but Jason Goff, I want you to dial in, and I haven't heard this yet. Kim Coleman, thanks for coming in. Let me put my cans on so I can start hearing some people. I'm going to go to the one shot. This is for primarily. This is for Jason Goff. 813-699-0834. Why I want to hear from Jason Goff is this. Jason Goff, who is president of the New England Raider Booster Club, which is had planned on having some wonderful things going on the early part of the season. I want to hear from him because I want to hear what he has to say about what the Patriots, and I'm being kind in calling them the Patriots, what the Patriots are going to do. Oh shoot, I got to put the Google Hangouts up. One second, Jason. I screwed up. There we go. Okay, now we got Google Hangouts up, so now you can call in. Hopefully I didn't miss the call already. If I did, I apologize. But yeah, Google Hangouts is now up. So, Jason, you can call in using Google Hangouts. That is the number 813-699-0834. The shoe fell. We've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it. And we had an inclination of how it was going to be going on. And I got a call. Oop, my other phone is loud as hell. Turn the volume down on that. Okay, who am I speaking to here on the phone?
Hey, Captain Jack, this is Jason Goff.
Outstanding, brother. Let me turn my phone off, the other phone, so this way there's not a multiple ringtone going on, because we all want to hear from you. And first off, again, I want to make sure that everybody in Raider Nation knows who is on the phone. This is the wonderful, wonderful president of the New England Raider Boosters, Jason Goff, a really excellent friend of mine and a friend of all in Raider Nation. So, Jason, I have to ask you, first off, as of right now, what are you hearing about the Cheatriots? What are you hearing about festivities that the New England Boosters were coming out? And that was what, week 3 or week 4? I know it was pretty early in the season.
It was week 3.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. And so what are we doing? I mean, again, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, brother. I know that people want to know, and the reason why is because New England, they're not the retaining or remaining Super Bowl champs, but they always put out their fan base. I'm willing to bet is going to go tits up this year. But that, having said that as well, what are you hearing about in Cheatriot land? What's going on up there?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for your kind words. But they're also they've already made the transition to being Red Sox fans. So they all put away their Cheatriot jerseys. You're not going to see those for a long period of time. And then a handful of them are pretending to be Bruins fans. So that's kind of what's going on up there. That was my next
question. Hey, Flyers, 4-1, baby. There you go. Go ahead,
well, we had like all booster clubs do, and fan groups around the country. When the Raiders come to their town, we had a lot of planned events. We had a Saturday party. We have a location in Providence where we have a guy who's a Raider fan who's going to have a great host a great party for us, and that was going to be the plan on Saturday. On Sunday, we looked into moving into the RV lot, because the RV lot has more flexibility with spacing and all that kind of stuff compared to the pay lots where cars go. So we were going to go there. We did our diligence. We have locations and planned events. And then we learned that the Cheatriots are going to do 20% capacity, which is about 16,000 people. And the whole idea of individuals parking in that big lot where the RVs go, they're not going to allow that to happen either. Only going to have cars. So we still considered, doing a tailgate, that type of thing. But the problem we run into is, we were kind of relying on a lot of folks from out of town coming in to go to the game. We suspect that's probably not going to be the case now, because people, may not be traveling. So we're kind of on hold. We're just kind of waiting to see whether or not that's going to happen. So we may end up doing kind of a tailgate outside of our Raider bar in the parking lot. We'll have, our tents and stuff set up, and it'll kind of be more of a booster thing, or, local fans can come and do that, but it may not be a regional event because we're kind of limited, in terms of where we can have it and how many people are going to come and how many people can be present. There could be individuals walking around and make sure we haven't exceeded the number of individuals that the governor of Massachusetts says can be in one particular place at one particular time. So, unfortunately, we're kind of in a holding pattern. But we've got lots of ideas, lots of plans. But until we find out concretely what we can do, we're kind of stuck.
I want to answer one question as well. Angela, Jason Goff is the president of the Raider Booster Club, New England Raider Booster Club. So he's not some damn Cheatriot fan that is a friend of mine, because Doc Cabral is, and you heard from him last night. But he's actually, I'll call Doc a Patriot fan, because he was there when Grogan sucked and Plunkett was not the best, So I actually have a stomach for Patriot fans that know who Randy Vataha was, who knew who Sugar Ray Hamilton was, okay? fans of old that knew their team, not these new age
Yeah.
fans that had no fucking clue. So I'll go there. But again, Jason, the reason why I'm asking is because you are a source. You're telling me that in New England they're doing 20% capacity. So I ask you,
Yeah, but
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason. I'll ask you in a minute.
that's the way it is now. But the governor can decide. Up here, I'm not sure what's going on in other parts of the country, but up here, most of the governors are working with 30-day windows. So they'll have a press conference and they'll say we're at stage 3 or stage 4 and that type of thing. So that really centers around how many people could be in a particular place. Do you have to have a mask on to do this or not? That type of thing. I live in Rhode Island, so mask in Rhode Island is a little bit different. But the governor of Massachusetts is going to dictate how many people can be in a particular place. So right now it's 20%, which translates to 16,000 fans can be present at that game.
Okay. And again, hopefully there will be some. Now, let me put it this way, folks. If you are even thinking about making the trek up there, make sure you get a hold of Jason Goff, New England Raider Booster Club. Great patch, by the way. I need to get another patch because I'm going to be getting a new patch jacket. So tell me how I can acquire another one of those. Because I rep you. I rep you on my jacket, so we're good to go.
I'll make it very easy for you. No problem.
Okay. But make sure that everybody gets a hold of Jason, even if you're in the area. Okay, and remember that in times of COVID, if you're up in an area, look on the websites, find out, talk to me. I know a lot of the booster clubs around the nation and their presidents, and I know people like that, and I've known Jason for quite a while. Great guy. But the reason why I was wondering was because now I'm going to ask you point blank. Do you think that the NFL should go full board, no fans anywhere?
I think in order to maintain equity, they're going to have to do that. I think it's going to be very problematic to. I don't know what 15,000 fans can do to support a team. So let's just say, for example, we go to the Teachers game and there's 16,000 fans in there, right? A fraction of them, a large fraction, probably going to be us. Fans. But let's just say, let's say 12 of the 16 are Patriots fans, right? So, the amount of noise that they're going to generate and the amount of distraction they can create, it's all going to be minimal, and I just think if you own a team, you have to open your facility. The amount of overhead that you are committed to is ridiculous because you have to pay people by the hour. You have to order material like foods that have to be consumed. You got to throw them out. So the amount of money that a team has to invest to open a stadium for a Sunday for 16,000 people, it's not worth it. So I think in the end, money's going to talk, and I think what's going to happen is the NFL or the owners will come to an agreement, which is no fans are going to go to any game. I think that's what I see happening because of money.
Yeah, and while I got you up there, why is that the Kraft hasn't been thrown in jail yet?
The people in the rose-colored glasses news media up here pitches him as, well, you know what? He's just an old guy who's trying to enjoy life.
Yeah, with a rub and tug. I mean, I'd love to get a rub and tug too.
Yeah, but and then they'll say, well, the detectives or law enforcement in Miami just had it out for him because they're Dolphins fans and that type of thing. I think it's just this constant strategy, which is delay, and then something else becomes something that's newsworthy and people forget. And so I think that's what he's working on.
Okay.
I think he's guilty, but is anything going to come of it? Probably not.
Well, definitely so. And I wanted to get I wanted to make sure that everybody had a chance to meet you. Not that I'm cutting this short, but I want to try to get other folks on here as well. It was pertinent because you guys have a early game, and I definitely wanted to give you some pub and make sure that, folks, if you can, if there's any semblance of opportunity to go to New England, and dude, I was there. I was there. I've told you for years, I can't wait to go to New England. I can't go anywhere because I can't travel because of my job. And, and then with my illness is, plural, until this situation gets resolved, I'm not going anywhere at all. I'm happy in one respect that I don't have to worry about my money for next year because it's going into the pot, and my season tickets are good for 2021. And you know what? They'll probably have the fucking audacity to say, "Oh, by the way, the tickets are an extra $500." Fuck you.
Yeah, I also have season tickets, and so I was looking forward to going to the home opener. So I at first I was kind of like, you know what? It sucks. But now I'm thinking, well, I can still go.
You can still
so
go.
I might still.
Yeah,
I might still go. Because what's so I watched the game with a bunch of other Raider fans, just not in the stadium, but the weekend experience and being at the home opener, I could still enjoy all that. So I may still go. We'll see.
Please do, man, if you can. If you are healthy, man, go for me. And everybody, put your cell phones on, and I'll say hi to everybody. If you want to do like conversations with me, I'm definitely obviously going to have my shows after the game. I love everybody. I want to see everybody out there, but I'm not going to anything at all this year until A, I'm able to go by my job. B, if I'm able to go because of the medical situation. But don't plan on seeing me anywhere this year, folks. And I'm very sorry. You know how out extroverted I am. So it really pisses me off. But I love seeing it through other people's eyes. So, Jace, if you can go, man, please do. And make sure you hook me up with a phone call, and I'll talk to as many people as possible.
I'd be glad to. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling in. Take care. Remember, Jason Goff, New England Raider Booster Club. Jason, it's easy to find you on Facebook, I take it?
It is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a website, which is just newenglandraiderboosters.org. But Facebook's probably the easiest one.
You got it. Okay. Hey, thank you for calling in, brother. And hey, watch the shows more often. I want to hear from you as well.
Yeah, I do my best, brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Jack.
You take care, brother. Be well.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That was Jason Goff, who is the president of the New England Raider Booster Club. Guys, I don't have shots in front of me, so if I swear, I'll owe. But you guys can drink for me. You can drink your fucking asses off because I got this going on. I only have 40 minutes until I got to do another show. That's why I wanted to open up here. If you are on Facebook, I'm saying this right now. I'm about ready to make this a private conversation. If you are on Facebook right now, please go to the top where it says, okay, where the show is. There's a link somewhere. It's at youtube.com. That link in the thing. Click on it. Go to it. If you can't get there, I want to know about it. Send me an IM. If you're on Facebook right now, send me an IM saying I can't go to it. Hopefully we'll get a chance to work it out. If you can't go to it, go to Twitter. I'm on Twitter. So I'm pretty sure that the Twitter feed is still going because I do it on Twitter. I'm also on Twitch. So make sure you go and find me either on Twitter or Twitch. The Facebook freebie time is gone. Bye-bye. See you on YouTube in 5, 4, 3. This is the countdown, obviously. Go to Facebook. Facebookers, go to youtube.com. We will see you over there in a little bit. As soon as I can get it to... Man, it's effing slow. It is effing slow. There we go. We'll see you over there on YouTube. Go to Captain Jack Rackham Levy on YouTube. We'll see you there. Okay. As far as YouTubers, thank you. Again, if you are a normal regular to the show, love having you. And I'm doing this show here because I want to hear from people. I saw that Nevada Nick was in there. I wanted to try to get him to come over. I'm going to talk to him when we do the Coach Muddle show in a little bit. But hopefully I'll hear from them. If you are a person that is seeing me not right now, I want to hear from you. If you normally call the show, please don't. I want to hear from other people. I really do. I want to hear from other people. But hopefully we'll get their views. I see Raider Homers in the house. Good. And, okay, so I got to connect. I got to do all these things. I heard, and if you don't know, like I said, if you are wondering why the hell I am on this early, it's because the Raiders have stated there will be no fans in Vegas this year. None. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Kaput. I don't know what the hell is that. Okay, I don't know what the heck that. It was like an air. It was like an aircraft about ready to fly into my house. It was the reverberation. If you're on Facebook, or hopefully you're over at YouTube, I want to say hello to everybody here on YouTube. We got Jared. Jared, yeah. I hope Jared's good. And we heard from Jason. Hot Neil's here. Hollywood is here. Vicky is here. Scream is over here. Angela is here. Who else is here? Ed Winchell. Winchy Winch. Good to see you. Vicky Orr. Yep. Get your asses over to YouTube, which is where it should be. Who else? Is there anybody else? Kel Rogers. Kel, if you can. Kel, if you can do Skype, go ahead and do Skype. I want to hear from you as well. Kel is one of my Vikings fans that's over in the UK. Great guy. Wanted to hear from him. Kel, you can use the Skype. Let me put Skype up. As soon as I say that, I don't even have Skype up. Okay, Kel, Skype is now up. I want to hear from people. I'm going to be reading comments. I'm reading the comments. I'll do phone calls from people that don't normally call in. But here it is. Here it is. This is the big domino. This is the big domino. Okay. Some tea just got by. Okay, hopefully we can hear from you. Hey, Coach Muddle. Yes, Coach, I will do your show. Send me the link. I'm going to go hot press right out. I'm going to leave off of here like right at 6 o'clock. Go from one show to the next. I will get out of here. I will not miss your show, sir. I just wanted to have a little bit of time with my peeps here as well. And yes, hey Tommy, don't piss off Angela. Okay. Tea is dinner. Okay. Well, I was gonna say no. It's 4. I was gonna say 4 o'clock is normal tea time. Correct? I want to make sure it's 4 p.m. London time or Greenwich Mean Time. So if you need your tea, that's good. Good thing that there are no fans. Same as there should be no fans at all. Thank you. Matt Marinovich has it. I've been saying this for how long? A week, if not longer. Why should one team have an advantage over the other team? If Philadelphia doesn't have any fans, if New York, New Jersey doesn't have any fans, now that there's no fans in Vegas, okay, I can see Tampa Bay. I can see Tampa Bay, the local stadium here, because of some guy that they just got, in free agency. I can't remember his name. Some bunch guy. I don't know. Some bunch guy. Who's gonna make weight? Who's gonna make weight? PJ Hall? Okay, yeah. Because I saw that the Raiders were gonna get rid of him. I'm glad they got a pick for him. He wasn't very good for the Raiders. He wasn't very good for the Raiders. If there is a home field for X team, why is it that they should have an advantage? As far as I'm concerned, nobody in the NFL should have fans in the stands. That's just me. Nobody should have fans in the stands because it's an unfair advantage. Baseball, we can only hope that Tommy Boy gets COVID. We can only hope. Now, I don't want anything debilitating to it, and I really shouldn't say that because then I don't want the karma gods to get mad at me because I sure as shit don't want the disease. By the way, if you haven't figured it out, I finally had a haircut and a beard trim for the first time in months. The first time. So my beard was definitely of NFL ready standards for what normally would go on in the season, But because I ain't going anywhere, and this was before the news came out, by the way, I finally did it. This is my off-season look. I like a little bit closer crop on the beard, and it looks nicer. It's easier to maintain. Plus, some trim up in the hair. So, and Pacheco, good to see you, honey. So again, closely cropped beard, not as messy, not as fussy, not as much breadcrumbs in it. So that's what I did. Yeah, I know they canceled the UK games. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's gonna be different, but I'm still willing to say we are watching baseball, which has its issues, by the way, right now. We are watching baseball with cardboard cutouts of people with piped in sound. And honestly, we're still happy. I haven't seen a Phillies game, and I'm wearing my Ryan Howard shirt, obviously, but I haven't seen a Phillies game in, what, over a week? About 10 days? Maybe last Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday. So it's been over a week. And I'm ready to watch Phillies games. That's why I had my, and for the Coach Muddle show, I'm going to have my Phillies hat on. That is ironic, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? This is a comment, and I love it. Thank you, Angela, for contributing it. The irony of the Raiders leaving Oakland to play in an empty stadium. I'm kind of bummed, but low key, and it does make her laugh. But it's just the whole situation. If you want to call in, and hopefully you are a person that doesn't normally call in, I'd love to hear from you. We got 15 people that are here. I'm not sure if any of the folks that are here, I'm sure that a lot of them are my regulars, but it'd be good to hear from people. If you want to call in and you're watching, and yes, and like I said, I answered, Coach, I am doing a show. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. We heard from Scream the other day, which was cool. Great hearing from Scream. Mike Sarah, I would be amenable to hearing from because we haven't heard from Mike in a bit. And remember, whenever we hear from Mike, we normally hear the weights. Hollywood, who is a member of my Tampa Bay Black Hole, we can hear from Hollywood. So if you want to call in, that'd be great. Actually, I want to hear from anybody. Vicky, I would love to hear from. And if I'm supposed to do shots from swearing, I owe quite a bit. So hopefully we'll hear from folks. But I just mainly wanted to be here to talk to you. I was saying this for weeks and months. Well, not months. But I was saying this for weeks, that I firmly believe no fans. And I also said firmly believe. I just got a reply from Jared Bunch, so I gotta get some video up. So I will have to get the video going. So Captain Jack, me, will be interviewing former Raider, former New York Giant Jared Bunch next week. Details to be determined. So that might preclude one of those episodes that my new podcast mate and I would be doing, and they know who they are as we speak. I will talk to you about that. But Jared, who I've been wanting to do an interview with for a while, has stated that he is amenable, so we'll be doing that, and we'll do that interview next week. I always love interviewing Raiders and even old NFLers from like, I don't say last generation, but Jared Bunch. If you don't know who Jared Bunch is, man, wow, great running back. Primarily with the New York Giants. Played his latter portion of his career with the Raiders. In fact, on his Facebook page, he has a picture of him trucking over Ronnie Lott, and I talked to him about that. I said, that doesn't happen a lot. He goes, oh, yeah, and by the way, that's not a pun, a lot. But he said, yeah, it was the latter portion of Ronnie's career with the Raiders, and obviously before he got to the Raiders as well. Raiders can watch a first game as fans together next season. True.
What's messed up? I saw something was messed up. Well, but you know what? So be it. So be it. Here's the thing. And Matt Marinovich said it best as well, a new stadium that doesn't flood. Now, I'm not going to give any more fodder for Ed Winchell.
Not gonna would be prudent at this juncture. Let's see who's calling in. Somebody's calling in. Okay, I didn't see. Oh, yes, it's Hot Neil. Oh, no. Okay, apparently Hot Neil did call, but he stopped. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, it's Hot Neil over on this line. Hot Neil, how you doing, brother? What's going on? Quickly. Let's get him in and out today. How you doing?
How you doing, Captain? Real quick, just say thank you again, and I'll put a message there if you got my order. That's what I want to check with you real quick.
Yeah, I got your order number. And Hot Neil is also a member of the Tampa Bay Black Hole, so hopefully we'll be seeing him sometime this year. I haven't been able to even get out and scout locations yet for the Tampa Bay club, so I'm going to be doing a lot of this, from my desk here and calling people and seeing what's going on. But while we are in a situation with COVID, I mean it's going to be. I hate saying it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be, in a situation where most people are going to be going to DirecTV for the NFL. And then we still have that. I mean, we're a club. We are up and running, fledgling. But give me some time to get that squared away. What's your opinion there as well? There, what's your take on this, there, Hot Neil?
Well, there's an old phrase that if you can't beat them, join them. But myself, I'll probably be going to like a bar club. I'll be probably going to a bar to watch the game.
Okay.
Because with this COVID-19, you can. And I have a friend of mine who owns a bar, so he's keeping the space too, 6 feet distance. So I'll be going to the bar to watch it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard watching the game, in person, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens a good days.
Yeah, actually, for me, Hot Neil, and I bring this to the attention of everybody here. I take it that, and by the way, thanks for the call. I'm going to open up the line, partner. I appreciate you calling in.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. That was Hot Neil. Good to hear from him. I let folks know this, is that this to me is like when I was stationed in, Capital scored a goal. So 2-1, I believe. I'm watching the Lightning Capital game. Yeah, look, I thought the last time I checked it was 2-0. So I think 2-1 now. Lightning winning. I look at it this way. And no, Asylum, this is just a special edition. I just wanted to sit down with everybody for about an hour to get some viewpoints, get some people that call in. If you're watching and you don't normally call, I was going to hear from you. Barely goal. But what was your opinion when the Raiders stated no goal, no fans in the stands? To me, Mike Sarah's at work. No, that's fine, man. That's fine. We are watching games I'm watching the hockey game right now. No fans. We've seen the NBA games where it's basically no fans. It's very, very close in particular as to who's at the game, but practically no fans. Baseball games, cardboard cutouts, no fans. But it's the norm. This is what we've accepted. And baseball is still going through a crisis right now where is a team going to be able to compete, not even go through the entire 60 games? Not even go through the entire 60 games. Because the Phillies certainly aren't. The Marlins certainly aren't. The Brewers and the Cardinals were the two of the latest teams that would not be able to to go and do anything. But it's going to be going on a win percentage. My question is this, and I put it to you. Will there be enough of an issue with COVID that it takes out a good portion of a football team? Now, remember, we've seen games in the past where, that they said that their entire offensive line came down with the flu. That's been in the past, and that's something that we've had as normalcy. Okay? We've had people that are on the COVID list that are on teams presently. They are checked out. I think that Devontae Booker is on the present COVID list for the Raiders. I'm not sure, but I believe that I saw he was a COVID casualty, shall we say. But are we going to have and maintain a season this year? Because I say that there shouldn't be an asterisk for anybody this year because you're still playing the odds. One team that remains injury-free or has less debilitating injuries or less injuries to key players throughout a season and continues to push that is more viable to maintain that comradeship, the gel of a good team. And if they're a good team already, they're going to maintain that. So there you go. But will we see teams that are racked up? The Cheatriots, we know, have at least, I wanted to say at least 6 to 8 players that have already opted out. That is a good portion of that roster. And I was going through, and I was looking at it last night. There was a thing where they said that around the league, fuck. Caps just tied it 2-2. Cannot stand the Capitals. Cannot stand the Capitals. You got to get it out of your fucking zone. You got to help your goalie out. Anyway, 2-2 in the Lightning Capital game. But teams go through this every year where they will get debilitating injuries or that they will have injuries that are in a certain, it'll rack out certain position groups. Because remember, they have meetings together. They do their practicing together. So if one guy has the flu, it goes, it spreads around amongst the position groups. So we'll see how that goes. If you have an opinion on that, love to hear from you. I'm opening it up now. It's 5:42. Maybe time for one more phone call. And Asylum, I'm just doing this as
I wanted to hear from people as to what they had to say. If you want to dial in and talk, great. Remember, I'm going to be in the Coach Muddle show in about not even 20 minutes, about 18 minutes. I'll be with Coach Muddle about 6 o'clock. I'm obviously going to be bounced out of here if we have no further conversations. I'll probably bounce about a minute early.
But I just wanted to make sure that I had a chance to come out to hear from you. We're going to be talking about it. It's the very important thing. I think that the Raiders not having fans is going to, not say inspire, but they're going to be the team. It's like, listen, we got a brand new stadium in the entertainment capital of the world, and there's no fans there. None. And Scream, I believe that you are a public subscriber, Scream, so you are good to go. You are a public subscriber, so you have the opportunity. And by the way, I'm going to say this. I'm going to do the listing. I'm going to go around again, and I'm going to go through the listing of my subscribers that are public on YouTube. If you are not a public subscriber, you might want to watch the YouTube video and find out how to publicly subscribe. Because I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you subscribing. But I want to give you the prize eligibility. And I can't go into your damn computer for everybody that's there. And we're at 843 and counting, I believe. Yeah, 843. So we're 7 short of giving away the prize. Okay? 7 short. And then we're 150 from that of giving away the Marcus Allen helmet. And I want to do that. And I appreciate everybody that's watching. Trust me. How do you think the Raiders will compete with 0 fans? Well, I think it's probably going to affect people that have to have that rush of the fans more than folks that are maybe what I call like the guys who play well in practice. We talking about practice, not a game. Not a game. Practice. What I'm saying is this: there are players that are the practice dynamos, but you get them on a field in a game and they can't turn it on. Maybe this will be something for the folks that maybe don't perform well or haven't in the past in front of crowds. I think that people, colleges or players that are, especially if you're a rookie or first and second year, okay, Markel Lee, wow, linebacker released. I was counting on him to be a good backup this year, because with Kwiatkowski and Littleton, I was anticipating Markel Lee to be that other guy that's been there. Because, who else do we have back there that was there last year? Nick Morrow? That's it. So maybe that means we have 2 free agents and maybe even a rookie pushing for playing time. The kid from Clemson. Not saying it's going to happen or not, but, who's to say? Yeah, P.J. Hall, I heard that, the Asylum. Apparently he needs to be on the roster for 6 games for the Raiders to get that draft pick. So if he doesn't even make the roster, then that's basically, it's a drop. I mean, honestly, I'll deal with that, because P.J. Hall was put on notice by none other than the general manager, that he needs to suck it up, and he needs to play better, and he needs to put a fire in his ass. And granted, this is the first portion of camp. Did they see it already? I mean, they've been there a couple days. Was he out of shape? Probably. I'm talking P.J. Hall. Maybe he was so out of shape that they said that, you know what? And again, this is conjecture. I don't know. But if P.J. Hall came in and without stating that they thought anything of it, then I got a phone call here that I have to answer pretty soon. What I'm going to say is this: that if he was going to be cut, then we at least got a 7th round pick for him. At least we got a 7th round pick for him, folks. I'm going to head off. I appreciate you being here. I thank you for joining me early. If there's anything that if it's major, I'm going to have the shows. I just wanted to get with you in case you did not know. Obviously, no fans in the stands. No fans in the stands this year in Oakland. Or sorry. Boy. You know, we ought to have a drinking game with how many times people say Oakland when they mean Las Vegas. Because people still call them the San Diego Chargers. It's going to be a while. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me. Be with Homer tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern. Tune in to the Raider Homer Show. I will be on Facebook in about 10 minutes with the In the Huddle with Coach Muddle show. Be there. It's on Facebook. Look for Dan Coach Muddle. Go to his page and then look for the In the Huddle with Coach Muddle. That's also on Facebook. I will be there at 10 minutes. I'll be there in 10 minutes or so. 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Y'all have a great day. And watch for further information about an interview with ex-Raider, ex-New York Giant, Jared Bunch. That's coming next week. So everybody take care. We'll see you next time with Captain Jack. Ask Captain Jack, or you don't know Jack about sports, and be ready. We're going to have our brand new podcast pretty soon. I won't say the title because I just love the title. We'll give you more information when we know. The Homer Show is 8 Eastern time. Scream. 8 Eastern time. So, 5 Pacific? Angela does like drinking. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming out. Watch the shows. Bye-bye.